Okay, let's start with a question that might sound weird. When was the last time you saw a piece of art that literally shaped how history remembers a criminal trial? Because that's exactly what Anita Lester does. But here's the twist, her work isn't about glorifying crimes or victims. It's about capturing the raw, unfiltered humanity in a room full of legal drama. And honestly, that's what makes her story so fascinating to me. So, first off, let's unpack this. Courtroom art is dying. Cameras in courtrooms? Most countries ban them. So, we rely on artists like Lester to visually document these moments. But here's the kicker, Lester didn't plan this. She's a multidisciplinary artist who stumbled into courtroom illustration. And that, to me, says something bigger. It's like the universe goes, hey, you've got these weird niche skills. Cool. Now use them to preserve history. Now, let's talk about her style shift. She started trying to be hyper-realistic, right? But then came the Erin Patterson trial, the mushroom poisoning case that went viral. She had 5 minutes to sketch, and she went abstract. And guess what? That abstraction captured more emotion than any photo could. Personally, I think this is where Lester's work becomes genius. Because when you're forced to simplify, you stop drawing faces and start drawing feelings. Red for anger? Sure. Blue for sadness? Obvious. But she's not consciously doing that, she's just letting her intuition scream onto the page. That's the difference between illustration and art. One records, the other interprets. But wait, how do you even become a courtroom artist? Lester mentions it's part journalist, part technical wizard. You need to draw fast, think faster, and somehow translate a 40-year-old legal drama into a single image. And here's what most people don't realize, this isn't about creating a pretty picture. It's about storytelling under pressure. Like, imagine being told, hey, draw this accused person, but you only get 5 minutes before they vanish. That's why her quicker sketches look messier, but honestly, isn't that where the truth lives? In the chaos, the smudges, the strokes that feel urgent. What fascinates me most is how she balances objectivity with subjectivity. The media wants a visual record, but her art screams personal perspective. Take the Australian ISIS brides case, those portraits could have been reduced to evil caricatures. But instead, Lester's work finds the humanity in them. And that's uncomfortable, right? Because we want villains to look like villains. But reality isn't that simple. Her brushstrokes force us to ask, what's the story we're really telling here? Are we documenting a trial, or the soul of a person? And here's the bigger picture. Lester's career mirrors this weird cultural tension we're in. We live in a world obsessed with instant visuals, TikTok, Instagram, surveillance footage. Yet, the courtroom still needs a human hand to translate history. There's something poetic about that. Like, in the age of AI, we still need a person to sit in a room, look at a stranger, and say, this is how I felt when the world watched you. So, here's my closing thought. Anita Lester isn't just drawing people. She's drawing the gap between what we see and what we're allowed to show. Her work makes me wonder how many other stories are hiding in plain sight because we're too busy scrolling for the next viral video. Maybe the real takeaway here isn't about art. Maybe it's about slowing down. Because sometimes, the most powerful truths aren't captured by a camera, they're painted by someone who learned to see between the lines.